let's talk a little bit about Donald Trump and this interesting dynamic where many of the accusations that Trump makes against Hillary Clinton actually end up applying to Donald Trump himself, right? Trump accuses Hillary Clinton of being involved in pay to play. It seems actually he's involved in some really, really major pay to play. Trump accuses Hillary Clinton of being involved in sketchy financial dealings. And it turns out that Donald Trump's Trump University is the subject of multiple investigations and lawsuits for scamming people. And it appears to be all based on completely bogus representations about what it is you will learn at Trump University. Trump accuses the Clinton Foundation of being a corrupt organization meant to prop up Hillary Clinton's political power. And it appears that the Donald Trump Foundation is exactly the same thing, misusing supposed charity donations for strategic political gain. And the big news over the last 24 hours is we have learned that the New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman has opened an investigation into the Trump Foundation after numerous media outlets, including our program, have been reporting on the very, very clear misuse of charity donations to the Trump Foundation for political purposes. This includes the donations we talked about last week and this week to Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi's reelection campaign for the purposes of making the Trump University investigation go away. Rachel told us last week that Trump was indeed fined by the IRS $2,500 for that, and that is indeed true. And now we know that New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman said his office is indeed looking into the Trump Foundation and whether or not they complied with state laws. He says his interest, and a quote is, "My interest in this issue really is in my capacity as regulator of nonprofits in New York State, and we have been concerned that the Trump Foundation may have engaged in some impropriety from that point of view." What does the Donald Trump campaign say about this? Exactly what you would expect. They're dismissing this as a left-wing hit job, but there are some real concerns here. We had this report over the weekend showing that Donald Trump hasn't contributed to his own charity since 2008. We found out that the foundation made donations to charities with contributions made by other people. So other people's money is being donated in this tax-deductible way to the Trump Foundation, and then the money is being used for Donald Trump's political posturing and positioning. And as I mentioned, Trump recently had to pay this $2,500 penalty. Donald Trump reorganized the entire charity to be able to spend other people's money. And there are some really concerning comments that we've heard about the foundation. His new co-manager, Kellyanne Conway, actually said, "Hey, what's the big deal? This is Donald Trump's money." It's really not, in two different ways. Number one, Trump hasn't donated to his own foundation since 2008. But even more importantly, this is not your money. The whole point of establishing a nonprofit in this way is that it is not just your personal money to do whatever you want with. There are very specific rules. This is so disturbing to me, Rachel, because it is yet another way in which Donald Trump is the epitome of the owner of a glass house who just stands outside throwing stones at everybody else. It's really good that this is being looked into, but by and large, I doubt we are going to see any significant penalty. And that $2,500 IRS fine, I mean, it's completely laughable to a guy who's worth, depending on who you believe, between $2 and $10 billion. It's not enough to offset the benefits of buying people with donations.
Well, what he stands to gain right now in terms of how he can kind of buy support and buy followers for making these inappropriate donations is going to be a lot larger than these kind of small slap on the wrists he's getting for what he's doing.
No doubt about it. And we often talk about when it comes to white collar type crime, very often, number one, the institution ends up getting punished rather than the individuals. That's number one. So many times the individuals completely avoid any kind of repercussions whatsoever. But very often, the benefit that you stand to gain by taking these actions far outweighs the possibility of a fine, which you may not even actually be assessed. So it's great that Eric Schneiderman is looking into this. It's abundantly clear that he should, because this is a racket that Donald Trump is running. But the idea that all of a sudden everything Trump's doing is going to be blown up, it's just not going to happen because the legal infrastructure just isn't there. Send me your thoughts about this on Twitter at @DPakman.
Warby Parker is offering a free 5-day home try-on to give you the opportunity to check out their glasses. I personally wear Warby Parker glasses when I'm not wearing my contact lenses, and I also started with one of these free at-home try-ons of 5 pairs of glasses. You can get your free home try-on and support the David Pakman Show at warbyparkertrial.com/TDPS. I don't really like going into glasses stores and trying on glasses while the salesperson sort of hovers over me, and I like more than 30 seconds to actually figure out whether I like the glasses. So with the Warby Parker home try-on, I was able to pick 5 pairs that I liked, put them on in the comfort of my own home, pick the one I like the most, and then Warby Parker put my prescription lenses in there for me. A lot of people don't know that the eyeglass industry is controlled by just a few big corporations that keep prices very high, like $300 for prescription glasses high, which is just insane. Warby Parker glasses start at $95. That's what mine cost. And for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need. You can try 5 pairs and see what you like. Check out the at-home trial and support our show by going to warbyparker.com/TDPS. It costs nothing.